Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut. We find ourselves here on Infernal Shrines for game number 1, and if you're sitting at home wondering how we got here, I got you covered. The home team this evening will be the members of gillyShark, winning the coin flip, opting for map pick priority. They banned out Dragonshire and Alterac Pass. First Hollow and Braxis hold out to be banned out by the members of Phoenix Rising Zircon. And we have Infernal Shrines as the first map chosen by gillyShark. Let's go ahead and get on into our draft as we have that unfolding right in front of us. No bans just yet, but either way, let's see what happens here. It is going to be Samuro ban. Is there the respect? It's actually going to be Hogger to be removed. A hero that, well, on a map like this with a lot of corridors, the objective phase where you can kind of basically bounce around in a giant square in a sense, because the walls kind of work out for that. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. No controls, really annoying at level 20. He basically has an escape constantly. So yeah, let's see what happens with this one. Either way, thank you all so much for hanging out this evening. Sorry if I miss you in chat. We do have a delay, so for me to respond to things, I sometimes forget. Either way, oh, thank you, Ektar, for the exclamation healer. Cassie will be banned on the left-hand side. Ball Lightning value is really, really strong for enemy members that group up, and Infernal Shrines is it's a group-up, team fight kind of map. Sylvanas to be banned out from the side of Phoenix Rising Zircon, as gillyShark will get rid of the Chromie. So no Medivh bans, no Samuro bans. We have all of our tanks up and available, so like Joanna's a wonderful option here. Great for the rotations, good for the objective phase, self-cleanse in a sense with the Iron Skin, or at least, you can pre-cleanse yourself. You can give yourself unstoppable, so long as you're not chain seed to all hell. Diablo's also wonderful on this map. There's a ton of tanks that we could focus on here, but what's going to be the priority for Phoenix Rising Zircon? Going to be a Tychus to kick things off. They want the sustained damage, good siege potential with the Tychus, with the Commandeer Odin. Draken Laser Drill is not commonly picked up, but it does offer sustained threat and zoning potential as well. Malthael to be the first pick on this left-hand side. That'll probably be the solo lane for gillyShark, but you never know with some of their drafts. Second pick coming out from them, we could see their healer. They could look for a little bit of Shrine Clear as well, something like a Gul'dan, Kael'thas, Jaina. A lot of those mages are wonderful for that. Going to be a Sonya, so we don't actually know what our solo lane's going to be at this time. We do have the just threat of the Malthael Sonya, not consistently, but just strong threats. At the same time, Medivh open Munkastyr. We do have this Tychus, and sustained damage into the Sonya is really, really strong from said Tychus. Malthael may be able to kind of get behind Tychus and make their life a little difficult. We'll have to see what that possibility is, because we do have a Stukov coming out for the right-hand side, and there's the Joanna. So we're looking at probably some sort of, Blessed Shield, Lurking Arm. There's a lot of just single target burst potential, or even group burst potential with that Blessed Shield setup. Second ban phase of the game. It's like third ban for Gilly. Anyways, let's see. Our right-hand side, they need Shrine Clear and they need solo lane. So I would wonder if that's going to be the priority ban coming out from gillyShark. And there's going to be a Jaina ban, synergistic with what's being built on the side of Phoenix Rising Zircon. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Ring of Frost would have been good. Water Elemental's good for sustained damage. What's this last ban on Infernal Shrines from the side of Phoenix Rising Zircon? What are we going to be getting? gillyShark needs a healer, so you could target maybe the healer pool a little bit. Maybe the Deckard Cain possibly is really, really good for rotations. Could deny the Stukov healing with Emerald. Ana's a good ban as well, but it's going to be an Uther. Uther will be the priority ban right there. It does offer us a tank per se. Don't know if gillySharks were going to be going in that direction, but let's see. gillySharks are going to have the next two picks. They have the Malthael, the Sonya. They're going to need some extra Shrine Clear. They're going to need a healer as well. Potentially a main tank, so maybe we're going to be seeing like triple Bruiser, Hyper Carry, Kael'thas? That's actually a possibility. Ooh, we could see... So there's a main tank Mei. I wonder if we get an Ana here. Because here's the thing. You can actually... if you Pyroblast with Kael'thas, midway as the missile is traveling, or the Pyroblast is traveling, Ana can Nano Boost you then, and it will actually apply that Nano Boost to the projectile. So you actually get that value... It's just really, really cool. It's a nice little concept. You have Biotic Grenade to deny healing. I think this is really good because also like Tychus has an ability to self-heal themselves, and if you deny that with Biotic Grenade, that's huge. This Here's the thing that I want to say about Phoenix Rising Zircon's draft. I really, really like the Hanzo all this. I worry about them being bruisery enough. I wonder if, you know, the thickness, while there's a lot of damage to kill the Malthael Sonya May, there's a lot, like, this is a very bruisery, heavy frontline. Malthael going to be able to kind of dive into the back. Sonya could take leap. May has the icing to get in or even kind of control everything. And there's the Ana, as I was talking about. Like, I think gillyShark has so much control and so much power going into this game. Let's go ahead and start a quick prediction. I'm not going to be able to type in the names, but you know, gillyShark's on the blue side and Phoenix Rising Zircon is in the red. So go ahead and get your predictions in. It's going to be a short one, so make sure you get those. Well, it's actually, oh, man, stream delays. I forget about those things. All right, let's go ahead, bring it back to Bandit and I. Get your predictions in as we are heading on into Infernal Shrines, our first map of the evening in this best of 3 for Nexus Gaming Series Nexus Division matchup. Thank you all for joining me. I'm super, super excited about this. Overall, looking at both sides, I lean a little bit more into gillyShark, but at the same time, this Ragnaros Hanzo, it's a bit of an outlier for me. The Hanzo is really exciting to see what the poke potential and blow-up potential, even setup, the Dragon's Arrow could be. Ragnaros has a lot of just overall good macro pressure, so we'll see what happens here. I'm going to sip a bit of water. I'm going to push O for one for everything, and let's go ahead and get on into the game. On the left-hand side, we got the members of gillyShark. We're going to be having Chesslooter on the Sonya, Veggies on the May, Wono on the Ana, Zergy on the Malthael, and Stark on the Kael'thas. For the right-hand side, we have the members of Phoenix Rising Zircon. We have Storm on the Tychus, Legacy on the Joanna, Psycho is going to be on the Hanzo, Golden on the Ragnaros, and oh no, I did it again. Mariari, I think, is going to be on the Stukov. I probably murdered that. I'm very sorry for doing so, but let's go ahead and look at our level 1s and look what our first engagement is going to be. Kael'thas, unfortunately, not going to be convection, so we can't make bets and predictions on that one. No, of course it's going to be Mana Addict at level 1. It's just you double soak map. You have opportunities for regeneration globes through winning the objective phase or even stealing them away. Really good opportunities for the gillyShark Stark Kael'thas. There we go. Just said everything but the hero name that I wanted to say. Zergy will be jumping in onto Golden, actually going to be taking the majority of the damage from the scatter arrows from Hanzo, who's already at 4 out of the 20 stacks on that one. Zergy rotates into top with Golden not far behind. Golden is going to be going into those stacks with the Sulfurous Hungers at level 1, needs 30 of those last hit onto minions. I remember, like, when Ragnaros came out, I was so excited. I was like, God, I love him. He's so cool. And then they put a last hit mechanic on him, and I'm like, no! The bane of my existence! Last hitting. This is why I don't play League. Anyways, oh, Ektar tried to predict you. No, sorry, bud. Anyways, Wono, Stark to grab the camp on the left-hand side. We have Psycho and Mariari. Mariari? Man, it's just too many letters there for my brain. It's going to be grabbing the camp on the right-hand. Stark will finish this out on the left, and first objective phase will be in the top lane, going to be a Frozen Punisher. Sonya working on the camp for bottom. Any invade going to be coming out? Legacy is showing in the bush. He could step into this. Not going to be doing so. Looks like they were just kind of anchoring for a second. Stukov is showing the invade, and Chess sees that. Legacy, ooh, gets hit with a sleep dart. Stark looking for the gravity lapse. There's going to be a chain. Wow, actually, even the spear from the Sonya, say a literal chain connecting, but a great chain burst from Kael'thas coming out. Zergy eventually going down, is going to be able to disengage. The Sonic Arrow wouldn't have killed, but even then, it's just one of those things. It's just like, well, it's more damage. Would it be enough? Obviously not. First objective will be announced here in roughly 25 seconds. We'll have the contest for that at the at the 3-minute mark in the game. Until then, it's going to be looking for 4 talent tiers, which both teams are going to be easily able to do. Fairly standard picks for everyone. Netherwind is just so powerful at level 4 for Kael'thas. I had a really, really good ARAM where I went convection and Netherwind and all that kind of stuff, and like it's just like randomly you'll hit the stride with this one hero that you're not stabby with, and it feels amazing. And Kael'thas is definitely, like, if you're winning, he feels very, very, very powerful. And if you're losing, he just feels like a man that gets smooshed. First Punisher, as we noted, is going to be Frozen, and it will be popping up here in 10 seconds. Camp on the left to be grabbed, camp on the right not too far out as well. That'll be crashing in the mid of this top lane. And what is the team fight going to be looking like? Camp clear, objective clear. I think I give this over to gillyShark, but at the same time, There is the explosive arrow from Hanzo. You have the grouping from the Joanna with the Condemn. There's a lot of good tools for the side of Phoenix Rising Zircon if they're able to get in here. I think that's the big thing is getting past this bruisery composition that gillyShark has put together, which gillyShark is backing off a bit right now, as this is full 5v5. Tychus with the grenade just to poke at the enemy team. Quickly noting that the stacks for the Hanzo are almost done at that level 1. Golden's going to be the target with a spear, the gravity lapse. That'll be enough damage. gillyShark with the first kill in this first game. Zergy Monster getting a little bit low here. The Condemned to pull them back in. Legacy doing an amazing job to set up that counter kill. 1 for 1 overall from both teams. Iron Skin will expire, but it's... Oh, actually... Oh, it was the Sleep Dart. I was like, oh, wait, no. Legacy walked right back into it. No, the Blizzard expired. It was the Sleep Dart that really got the setup, or at least the harassment onto this Joanna. Hanzo trying to poke out with the Scatter Arrow, not able to connect. And the Skeletal Defenders slowly but surely going over in favor for gillyShark, who are actually down in talent here. They just crossed the threshold for 7. Big burst onto the Joanna, who's able to go ahead and get themselves the Iron Skin out. There was the Biotic Grenade to deny some of the healing out from the Stukov. Even then, though, Legacy still just that Iron Skin really helping out a ton for this Joanna. Subdue was picked up at level 7 for them, and Legacy will continue to look for the 4-stacked enemy members. But still, if you manage to hit 2, you get that 80% slow, and he's going to try and pop out of here, or at least walk out of here. Everything being thrown onto Legacy and will allow them to get out of there. Tychus chunking into Veggies, who did have to use the Cryo Freeze to buy a little bit of time. The first Punisher of the game, Frozen, will be over to the side of gillyShark, moving in through top lane. Malthael already splitting off into mid against the Ragnaros, but this top lane push is where the jam's going to be. A lot of damage onto Storm. Fortunately, gillyShark going to focus onto the gate, not step forward into the enemy team. Luckily for them, the Punisher does lock down the tower, so there's no tower shots into said Punisher to actually whittle that down. It's just the raw damage from the enemy team. Punisher jumping over once again onto Hanzo this time. And it's going to be just pulling and forcing back the enemy members of Phoenix Rising Zircon, and this fort is confirmed. That's a very good first Punisher. I actually noted this. Grubby and I talked about this a ton during CCL. For us, when we cast this game and we watch it, it's very uncommon to get a front gate in a fort like that, but it's so much more in CCL with the aggression levels that we see from some of those teams, and that can be shown here as a fort during the first objective phase means periodic catapult pressure through top lane, so I believe every 4th catapult, or every 4th wave has a catapult for gillyShark in top, but also that passive experience gain. Little extra experience for gillyShark means they'll move into 10 talent tier faster, so long as they don't give over any of these easy kills or any kills over to the side of Phoenix Rising. I'm just going to cycle through some of the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like, and also take a peek. Looks like Tychus, the highest in the game with just shy of 12,000 heroic damage. Kael'thas, not trailing too far behind with 10.5k, so we're rounding up on a couple of those, but that's absolutely fine. And actually, it looks like the experience gap isn't as large as I was expecting it to be, and I'm just going to look. Mercenaries, about a 500 deficit. Minions, though, are in favor for the opposing side, and there you see that passive and structural advantage. Really, that's the big thing for gillyShark, leading into that semi-700 extra experience that's pulling them ahead, but not by much, as both teams hit 10 talent here. Leap from the Sonya. Phoenix is going to be the pick for Kael'thas. It's a very short cooldown. I was actually talking with Stark, and he's like, I'm surprised a lot more people don't use Phoenix as often and hold it for so many more team fights. Because there's a lot of zoning that you can just use it for, as well as just even in the lane, like you want to clear out a lane and force back the enemy team. It's a good opportunity for that as well. It's a short cooldown. That's the big thing to consider here. The only other thing that I'm looking at right now, so Nano boosted maybe Malthael, that's a possibility. Sulfur's Smash for the Ragnaros as well, so not going to be going into the Lava Wave for the macro pressure, looking more for this big team fight. I mean, look at this. You have Blessed Shield into Dragon Arrow, into Sulfur's Smash. This is the members of Phoenix Rising looking for some aggressive team fights going into the latter half of this game. Also going to note that the level 4 questing talent for Ragnaros is going to finish out right there. I was trying to remember off the top of my head, and I'm completely blanking on the name of it. Catching Fire. Yeah, that was not what I was thinking what it was. But that Catching Fire is going to be activatable for them. Nice. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, the Phoenix is being used to literally just damage the well, and that was enough to remove that. And that's also the well for the next objective phase on the side of Phoenix Rising Zircon. Like, that's a big deal in my opinion. That's actually a really, really, really big deal. So I glanced over at chat and just Ektar. Okay. Zergy gonna step forward because Wono's coming up here. Fair Smash goes out. Last rights is applied to Golden. Last little bit of damage. Will it be enough? Do they get the stack? It's not gonna be close. It's not gonna be a death quick enough for the stack. What is the timer on that? 2 seconds. Okay. Oh wait, no. Within 1.5. So there's a lot of seconds I was trying to skim really quickly. So yeah, that was I was like, man, 2 seconds feels like forever. That's not right. And 1.5 seconds did expire, so no cooldown reduction, but still, the kill in the hands of gillyShark. Ragnaros is down, so what the members of Phoenix Rising will do, open up bottom lane. The expected case is that bottom lane will be the next objective phase. I love that Hanzo threw the Sonic Arrow just above us to be able to give some vision for that friendly team if the members of gillyShark made an aggressive rotation. But look at gillyShark right now. They're not going to play into it. They are actually going to look to push in through mid, so that way this Punisher is going to go to a keep front gate. That's a really good response from gillyShark. Now, their siege isn't going to yield the fort immediately, so if gillyShark, well, when gillyShark gets the next objective, because it was like 36 skeletal defenders and the rotation didn't even come in. Big ice wall coming out from Mei. Leap in from the Sonya, catches 1 or 2. So Fierce Smash from Ragnaros will really chunk into Chest Looter's health. A lot of damage goes out. Tychus will be going down. The tower shots almost find the kill into Veggies. I believe Hanzo found the sniper the last second onto that Sonya. Ragnaros buys a little bit of time with the Molten Core form, but the jump from the Punisher should confirm the kill. Healing from the Stukov is just, it's not just enough. Phoenix from the Kael'thas, and that's what I'm talking about. Phoenix is a very low cooldown. You're going to see Stark spamming that a lot. That was a conversation that I had with him a little bit ago, and is an interesting factor, and it's not something I had considered myself. I think a lot of people hold that Phoenix for way too long, and you can really spam it. It's not the longest cooldown. What's the mana take from it? 80 mana? Not that big of a deal. Let's actually look at Kael'thas. How much mana is like other stuff? Like, yeah, it's 10 more mana than a Flame Strike. It's 10 less mana than Gravity Lapse. Granted, though, Gravity Lapse has that level 4 Nether Winds for the cooldown and mana return. So there is that factor. It's just little things like that to consider in your own games. I think it's really, really cool. But let's go ahead and continue into this. Actually, let's do our favorite thing. Let's look at some APM. Let's look at some late game APM. Massive wave through top lane that Ragnaros will have to deal with. Our next Punisher actually will be in top, and it's going to be an Arcane Punisher. So that initial siege that the members of Phoenix Rising did, not going to benefit them during the... it's not going to benefit them for the objective phase, but it will benefit them during the objective phase, as this will be periodic catapult pressure through bottom lane that gillyShark will have to keep an eye on. So it's a little bit of that trade right there. Veggie's trying to get out of here. Don't know if they have an icing. Actually going to turn around. Cryo Freeze is going to be used. Stark from the far side. Gravity Labs, big leap in from Chest Looter as well. Ice Wall from the Mei, kind of slowing down the damage, but it's not going to slow it down that much, and that will be a double kill for the side of gillyShark. Not giving over anything themselves. And actually, Chess, where are you? Okay, they're all going to be moving in through mid lane to maybe pressure that keep a little bit further with the Tychus and the Ragnaros down for the next 20 seconds in totality, or at least for the next 20 seconds on both of them. And the siege potential between the gillyShark's members here is, I don't know if he'll confirm the keep with the defense coming out from Legacy and Friends, but he'll try and do his best popping in to the enemy team with that Iron Skin. You can see right here, that there's that siege that's not 100% from the side of gillyShark, but they have a massive wave. They've got good poke, and I think that's what they're going to benefit from the most as the members, Storm and Ragnaros are now coming back from death. Ragnaros immediately in the top lane to keep soaking, and a level gap has formed in favor for gillyShark. Now, Punisher phase shouldn't be far off. Arcane Punisher for top lane. I didn't look at when the last one went down, but we're probably somewhere in the next 30 seconds or so for the announcement. Unless my caster math is way off, but I swear it's been a little bit since our last Punisher phase has expired, and both of the teams going to grab their Shaman Camp for top lane pretty on time for each other, but I love the way that Phoenix Rising is playing this. They're going to respect the deficit in the talent tier and just turtle up, wait for the waves to crash into them, and just deal with the enemy minions, as well as grabbing some of this experience towards 16 very, very slowly but surely. And I think with that, we got 25 seconds. Yeah, this should be an easy way for the members of Phoenix Rising Zircon to be able to grab themselves that 16 talent tier and fight over this third Punisher, if I'm not mistaken, of the game. Uneven talent tiers. And we had top, bottom, and top, right? Yeah. Or top, mid, top. That's what it was, because there was the expectation for bottom lane at some point. That never happened. Icewall comes out, mostly blocking the retreat path of Johanna, but this is fanaticism. It's a bit of a rough go to try and chase that Johanna, especially around the 16 talent tier. Shaman camp through top lane is going to start threatening the front gate. You already see that Malthael and friends are going to rotate up for that one. And the Shrine's activatable, so this is an easy wave clear. gillyShark will lose a little bit on their front gate. Actually going to lose one tower and the actual wall itself. But in the difference of that all is gillyShark already jumping to a quarter nearly of the skeletal defenders necessary. Storm going to drop the Commandeer Odin. Hanzo will scout out with that Sonic Arrow. Zergy Monster gets pulled in by the Condemn. So Fierce Smash is off cooldown. Pretty much everything but Blessed Shield on the right-hand side is off cooldown. Obviously Commandeer Odin as well. Hanzo's going to be able to get out of there, but now Storm is body blocked. Actually gets the dash through Veggies. Big silence out from the Stukov on the right-hand side, and this is a lot of damage onto Storm, but not enough to find the kill. Ragnaros will pop into Molten Core form. We're going to try and steal some of those skeletal defenders away from gillyShark. Actually, maybe just trying to whittle down some of those members in lane, but gillyShark has way too fast wave clear, I believe, and this should be the objective phase in their favor, unless this... Oh, wait, look at Stark in the flank position, going to be going for that Stukov. Stukov already going to get chunked to half health. Big Sulfur Smash onto Stark, who does pop their Arcane Barrier. Going to have that big chunk of armor for a few seconds right there, as the Stukov and the Tychus will go down. Ragnaros gets picked off. A triple kill for the side of gillyShark, and they're going to manage to get themselves this Punisher. Big win for gillyShark going into this third Punisher of the game. Massive wave in through mid lane as well, as this catapult should be cleared out by Hanzo, but you look at this, Stark is already coming in like, no, 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 no. We want double lane pressure. We want double keep. Phoenix going to be coming out just behind that gravity lapse and going to be able to just deal some damage to the fort itself. Doesn't tank any of the shots, but here's the thing. Mid lane keep goes down, and this is Stark and Wono rotating through the enemy team's core area to be able to siege into this. And now is Stark like, oh, maybe I'll get some autos out. Sonya was like, I'll go grab a camp. This feels Storm League right now. Like, Malthael's like, I'm going to go split soak for 20. Like... It feels a little Storm League. It's just like we could get double keep, or I don't know. It's a little spread out right now. Punisher will go down, dealing no damage to the core. Double keep is going to be in favor for gillyShark, so it's going to be consistent catapult pressure through top and mid. Big arrow from Hanzo. Sulfur Smash to connect onto them afterwards. Ice Wall comes out from the Mei, and Hanzo able to steal the kill away. And we'll find that into the Kael'thas. Zergy Monster tries to make the YouTube play and goes down, double backing into the enemy team. Meanwhile, the Kaiser camp through mid will be pressuring onto the core, but not actually dealing any damage. Ragnaros has the quick clear onto that one. But here's the thing at the end of all of this. This is going to be... That timer's long for a little bit, and what sort of advantage do you get on the side of Phoenix Rising? It looks like they want to open up this mid lane. Unfortunately, the next Punisher is in bottom. It is going to be a Frozen Punisher as well, and so you're not getting any sort of like early pressure into maybe the bottom lane keep. And I was feeling that was the direction that Phoenix Rising Zircon would be going into, but I feel like this also maybe offers them opportunities to play around the objective more aggressively. They can chase into that retreat path that gillyShark could take through mid. We'll have to see how things work out. 20 talent tier is achieved by gillyShark. No crater for the Sonya. Composite Spear to be grabbed. Looks like pretty standard across the board. What is the upgrade for Mei's Ice Wall? What does that do? Ice Wall expires, trapping enemy hero, when Ice Wall expires, trapped enemy heroes take 460 damage and have their armor reduced by 25 for 5 seconds. That's a long time to have reduced armor. Flamethrower for the Kael'thas and Nano Infusion, so pretty standard across the board, I would say. Sorry, I had to catch my breath for a second there. We are going to see the Blessed Shield not connect. Stark is going to be able to sidestep a lot of damage, but you saw that right there. They did pop the Arcane Barrier, so Stark did not, just wanted to play it safe right there. Let's actually go ahead and jump back to the APM. We'll look at the 20 talent tiers in just a moment. Bottom lane is a massive way coming in, but look at gillyShark is just chasing in through mid. Maybe it's because, I think it's because of the 20 talent tier. Zergy and friends will show that they're rotating through this, and then probably it's understood that they're on this camp, but no 20 talent tier. The respect is given. Now, gillyShark, what are you doing? You trying to end? I'm confused. I'm not gonna lie. This is this feels very, very forced. Ragnaros did go into heroic difficulty, which is going to be the upgrade for their core form. You can actually see it on the bottom left of our screen. Golden gets into that. Maybe this was gillyShark just trying to force the molten core. Molten Cord now has, what, a 25% increased health, is reduced by 50 seconds. I think it's like a 90, so no, I think it's like 120. Let's look. Let's look together, everybody, because I actually don't remember off the top of my head. 120 seconds, so yeah, it's going to be reduced to 70? Caster math? Yeah. Not bad whatsoever. So a team fight and then a little extra, because every team fights... they say that every team fights like 60 seconds in this game, or is every 60 seconds, but sometimes that's there's a little bit more of a lull in some of those moments. Here's the thing, like, I don't know, like, it was a weird play from gillyShark into that top lane. Maybe it was just to try and bait out the Molten Core form from Golden. I'm not 100% sure, but gillyShark gave a lot over during that. Ooh, big ice wall coming out. Gonna be connecting onto 2. I know it's gonna be Tychus, and it looks like it's also gonna be, I think, the Stukov who's trying to get their way out. Stukov does go down. Leap comes in from the Sonya. May's the first one to get traded out in that, so it's a 1-for-1. Storm very low. Pops back into the regular Tychus form. Golden finds the auto into the Ana, and this is looking like gillyShark is going to be losing 3. Stark trying to back out of here. Golden so very low. Stark considers throwing some damage back and is not able to do so, and the members of Phoenix Rising Zircon will find their first Punisher of this game, but meanwhile, through top lane and mid, Camp and Catapults have arrived. Golden gonna be able to hearth back, but what does this mean for gillyShark? Wait, Zergy Monster trying to end game through mid? Zergy Monster, you trying to end game through mid? What's going on here? This is very risky. Maltheo goes down, and that's going to be the extended death timer as well from the No One Can Stop Death buyback. So all 5 members of gillyShark go down. The core is exposed to the Punisher, Legacy, and Psycho, and between the 3 of these and the minion wave coming in, this is looking like game number 1 goes over to the side of Phoenix Rising Zircon with a very, very big turnaround right at the end. There's going to be the pull from Veggies. Ice Wall does come out. Hanzo gets the leap over the building. Ana is back from death. Sleep Dart onto Psycho, maybe? Sleep Dart actually goes out, but the Punisher's way too healthy. Leap comes out. Psycho dies, but it doesn't matter. The game will go over to the side of Phoenix Rising Zircon. GG. Well played. GG's. Golden got to play a Rag, you know he's happy. You know what's really funny? I actually, when Ragnaros got picked up, I was like, that's really weird. And then as I saw the Ragnaros get played more and more, I'm like, I've casted this Ragnaros before. Big comeback on Phoenix's part? Absolutely. 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 Massive turnaround for Phoenix Rising Z. Phoenix Rising Z. Sorry, I was making sure that I didn't do the prediction payout until after the game actually ended on stream. So, who wins? The red team has won. There are your points. Let me see. Oops, let's get rid of that smaller. Where is Chess Looter? First pick or map pick? Just going to try and help communicate between the teams a little bit easier. Okay. CEO, what's up? Or MF CEO. Ragstalled Hella Waves? Indeed. Indeed. That was a really good game, though. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm blocking stats. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, let's get some talents in here as well. Apparently it's 6 o'clock and we've already been streaming for 4.5 hours. When did that happen? It's going to say 49 minutes, but we had to restart stream for delay. Okay. My friend messaged me, he's like, hey, you want to play HOTS? And I'm like, I'm casting. Like, quit. Just. All right, we have our lobby set. Let's go ahead and team score, upgrade that one. Looks like we have everyone on the gillyShark in here. Let's make sure we get Kage in as well. And then we have the members of Phoenix Rising Zircon getting in here. Will it be a quick 2-0? Will it be a 3-game series? We're gonna have to find out. I'm excited about this one. This is so far been good. This has been very, very good. We've had so much good Heroes of the Storm today. We had 5 matches for our in-houses. Then we had a nice little break. We chatted for, half an hour or so. Excuse me. And now we're going to be able to hang out with some awesome NGS games. And then after that, we're going to get into a Hades run or two. I don't think we're going to restart stream for the Hades run, so there's going to be a little bit of a delay with me interacting with chat. But at the same time, like, a lot of my Hades stuff is I'm just very focused on the game, and I'm just rambling about nothing half the time, so there's always that. We're going to get the last player in here for one of the teams, and then we will get into our second map in this best of 3 series. Let's go ahead and mark. Hold on, let me double check something really cool. So... Oh, yeah, I'm dumb. Okay, I'm dumb. We have it right. And I just have to update the map editor. We're dead. And we can get going. So this was won by them. We are going to be going to this map chosen by this team. Neat. Caster R Spooky War. 3-game series. Veggie never goes down without a fight. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. Q value, golden. Q value is insane. Q value is insane. All right, we need to get the ready out from one team, and then we are going to get going into our second game in our best of 3 series. Thank you all for joining me. I really do appreciate it. For anyone wondering, tomorrow night, it's going to be in-houses. Actually, tomorrow afternoon, because we start our streams very early in the day now. So Thursday is going to be in-houses starting at about 2 o'clock PST. We might start early and just hang out and chat while the in-houses get kicked off, much like we did today. And we're going to be doing a lot of in-houses tomorrow. Like, I can actually see that they're still going right now, so we're probably going to have a solid, 4 or 5 hours of in-houses tomorrow. And then we'll do Hades runs. Friday morning is going to be EU-friendly stream. We're going to be a North American server, but we're going to do viewer games. I really like that idea. We're just going to do viewer games. So I'm going to try and start around 9, 10 a.m. PST. And then Saturday, no streams. Sunday will be Resident Evil 6 with Day. I might start earlier before Resident Evil 6 and farm some uptime and play some games. But we'll see. I might just sleep in until Sunday and, do some grocery shopping or something, or just hang out with Bandit. We'll have to see. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We are getting ready for our next game. We just have to get the readies out from one of the teams, and then we can get going. Good to see you all chatting and cheering on teams. I really do appreciate that. I love looking over at chat and just people being like, "Go my team!" It's it's just really cool. It's always cool to see people supporting their friends. All right, looks like we are good to go for game. Yeah, we're good to go. All right, we should be getting into the draft. Welcome into Volskaya Foundry. My name is Bahamut. We find ourselves here. Our game number 2 is Phoenix Rising is up in this best of 3 series. And if you're sitting at home wondering how we got here, I got you covered, my friends. The home team this evening will be gillyShark. They won the coin flip, opting for map pick priority for game number 1. They banned out Dragonshire and Alterac Pass. The members of Phoenix Rising banned out Cursed Hollow and Braxis Holdout. The first map was chosen by gillyShark, Infernal Shrines, and lost. Members of gillyShark can either opt into first pick priority or map pick as the losing team. They opted for first pick, giving map pick over to Phoenix Rising, who chose to take us to Volskaya Foundry. Let's go ahead and get back over into our draft and see what we have thus far. A Sylvanas to be banned out on the right-hand side, and we have a Chrome ban from the left. What are we going to be seeing here overall from both teams? It's a push-heavy map, so we could be seeing fairly similar bans from the last game. That actually might be the case entirely. I'm trying to remember, what was the second ban here? Once I see it, I'll be like, oh, yeah, it was that, yeah. Go 3-game series. Oh, I hope this goes to a game 3. I'm that caster who's just like, give me if it's 2 best of 5s, give me 10 games. Like, absolutely, give that to me. Second ban, oh, it was Hogger, right? Yes. Yeah, it's just actually swapped. I think it was Hogger then Sylvanas. So either way, those will be your bans going into Volskaya Foundry. First pick for the side of gillyShark going to be the Tychus, actually. They're going to be the ones who prioritize that hero. Let's see what the members of Phoenix Rising are going to get for themselves. The Joanna was really good. The Ragnaros could be grabbed again, but is it something you want to grab this early? That's the one thing I'm unsure about. The Ragnaros could be really, really powerful, but is it countered early? I also will say this, Golden had a really good showing on that Ragnaros. There was a really good Sulfurous Smash, like, oh my god. Like, the Hanzo arrow into Sulfurous Smash, like, that was just such a game-turning moment for the side of Phoenix Rising. Jaina, Stukov for the right-hand side, so not bad. Big burst, good zoning potential. A little bit of poke here and there.
My blades are yours.
Probably going to be a high five Lucio. I've played a little bit with Zergy, and I believe that they're a high five. I mean, it could not go high five, but sound barrier is good, but I'm expecting it. I think I just figured out how to break the game. Well, don't do that. Tell the devs. Let's see. Ban-wise, the members of Phoenix Rising need a main tank. They could ban out the Ragnaros. It's actually going to be Hanzo banned out. Okay. Psycho had a really good Hanzo in the last game, too. Honestly, both teams played really, really well in that last game, but I got to say, that Ragnaros, that Hanzo, very, very good. What do we get here to round, or at least not round it out, but, you know, kind of start to close up this draft a little bit on the right-hand side. Jaina, Stukov. I'm liking like an ETC, a Garrosh, a Diablo. All three of those look really good to me. Maybe not Diablo. The Shadow Charge opportunities are a little bit lacking, I feel, here. Maybe the ETC, maybe the Garrosh. I feel like those are really strong. Gonna go for the Johanna. Still, you have Blessed Shield, which is a really good setup. Urel's gonna have just overall stomp ability. Just the Avenging Wrath and constantly using that on enemy heroes. This is such an annoying tool. Quite thank you for the follow. Thank you everyone for the follow. Sorry if I missed any of them. We have them off during the casted portion of the game, but they are on during the well, the non-casted bits. We have this Lunara and Deathwing. I was honestly just like, what are we gonna get? What's gonna be coming out from gillyShark? Because I can't predict this team anymore. I really can't. Like, half the time I'm just like, well, this would be synergistic, and this is what they played in the past, and it's just like Deathwing. I'm like, sure. I will say this, though. It does make a lot of sense. There's nothing so far on the side of Phoenix Rising to deal with Deathwing in a percent base value. Deathwing can be killed. It's just there's nothing to really chunk them right now. Last pick, though, for the right-hand side, they need more damage, I feel. You could maybe go, okay. Greymane, Cursed Bullet, does offer, what is it, 40% from the current health pool. Good way to chunk the Deathwing. I'm trying to think here, like, does Greymane stepping up aggressively give opportunities to, like, Tychus and Lunara? I feel like that's the case. I think it's a little bit of that kind of, like, pull in to kill the Greymane. Oh, crap, I forgot to do a prediction. Who wins? gillyShark will be in blue, and you will have Phoenix Rising Zircon in red. I was trying to get it towards the end of the draft so that way you could see the full draft and you didn't have just 30 seconds to make predictions. So get them on in, and let's go ahead and get on into game number 2. We'll see. Can gillyShark take us to a game 3? Of course I'd do it, Baha. My unit goes from 1,200 to 5,000. Oh, that's a lot of HP. A lot of HP. Is high five good now? It is. Alrighty, we are here on Volskaya Foundry for game number 2. On the left-hand side, we have gillyShark, who are trying to make this an easy map so they can go to a game number 3. We have Chessleader on the Sonya, Veggies on the Deathwing, Wono on the Lunara, Stark on the Tychus, and Zergy on the Lucio. On the right-hand side, looking for a quick 2-0 this evening in this best-of-3 series, we have Phoenix Rising Zircon. We have Storm on the Jaina, Golden on the Urel, Legacy on the Johanna, Mai on the Stukov, I'm going to shorten to that, and Psycho on the Greymane. Let's look at our level 1s and check out our first engagement. Now this is, Light of Karabor for the Urel, so not going to be going into the Dauntless for the armor. I guess, with the Lunar and the Tychus, I guess maybe having a little extra healing is good. We'll have to see what happens here. We'll have to see how the build overall for Golden goes, but it's not crazy out of the ordinary. Towards the end of CCL, we actually started to see a lot more Light of the Karabor because there are synergistic talents you can get later. And for anyone wondering, let's go ahead and go through this. Increase Vindication radius, so that's kind of like the AoE circle pop that she has. Radius by 15%. Hitting an enemy hero increases Vindication healing by 45%, so the self-preservation is pretty powerful. If one or more heroes hit, the bonus is increased to 90%. So on a point control-based map where you have a lot of team fighting, this could be big for Golden. We'll see how that works in the sustain fashion up against Chest Looter on this Sonya, which actually you can see right here. Golden slowly whittling down Chest Looter and stealing health away from that level 1 Light of the Caribor. And Chess is actually going to go down in the solo lane. First blood over to the side of Phoenix Rising. Stark rotates down here, looking to put some pressure now into this lane, avoiding the Righteous Hammer. Meanwhile, though, we do have our rotations between top and mid. We have a couple members of gillyShark grabbing the fortification camp on the bottom left. We just saw that biotic emitter being grabbed by the side of Phoenix Rising. Looks like, I think Veggies might have scouted this out, but there's just no way for the side of gillyShark to make the rotation quick enough. Sonya's just now getting into the solo lane. And here's the funny thing. The lava pool denies the members of Phoenix Rising to be able to channel the biotic emitter, so they couldn't pick it up. So nice little delay from Veggies right there. Actually, I didn't know that myself until I saw it, and I was like, oh, it's so very smart, because you technically have to channel it to pick it up. So just a little bit of a delay, a little bit of tactic coming out from Veggies right there. Chest Looter back into bottom lane, going to maybe respect the AoE-ness of Golden. You can actually see immediately Golden goes for the to start channeling one of their abilities, and Chest starts backing off immediately. Storm and friends in top lane to be clearing and pushing up the lanes. Deathwing with a little bit of Molten Flame through the sidewall right there, and this is going to be Siege Camp from gillyShark grabbed as well for top lane. Greymane looking to maybe pressure up this top lane. No, it's just going to be backing off just fine for now. Continuing to auto into this, and no 7 talent tiers near for either team, about a level away at least on the side of Phoenix Rising, and the reason they're a little bit ahead is because of, I believe, that early game kill. It's yielding not much experience gain, but still, roughly 300. Ooh, good push off from Zergy, not enough to slow Storm enough for the kill. I guess he's sitting in the bush just below all of this. Control point A opens up in the next 5 seconds. Sonya still just clearing things out in mid. I actually noted that 7 talent tier was a little bit further away, but the waves are being cleared out way quicker than I was expecting, so this should be 7 talent tier during objective phase. Chest Looter stepped onto the point for a second, but that was mostly just to rotate into bottom lane for the wave down there. This won't push into 7, but it does give Sonya, I was gonna say Joanna, gives Sonya a quick rotation, even Yrel, through that mid lane, or that middle conveyor belt that just speeds things up for both of those solo laners to join into this objective phase, which is being stalled out between Mai and Zergy. I like that both of them, the 2 healers are just kind of stepping onto the point. Granted, though, this Stukov hits for, I don't know, 400 and 1,000. 400 and 1,000. 344 damage, actually. Still, though, it's a lot of damage. We have 7s up. Let's go ahead and show the talents for just a wee bit. And I'm gonna. Ooh, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's cycle through APM. Let's show you all APM during this objective phase. There we go. That's the fun one. And then we'll cycle through some of the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like. Stark can actually dash into this enemy team, looking to advance and steal this point away. Lurking Arm from the Stukov, and I don't know. Was that grabbed by anyone? I feel like it was grabbed by someone on the side of Phoenix Rising, and then immediately placed down, because I'm not seeing a turret icon next to anyone's name. Unless Zergy and friends stole it, I really can't tell. Golden being forced away, and the objective point will be channeled by the side of gillyShark for now. As I promised, let's go ahead and cycle through those other numbers. We've seen the APM for a little bit of that team fight, so let's go ahead and look at the damage, healing, and experience thus far in game number 2 on Volskaya Foundry, as gillyShark will quickly grab another fortification camp, 3rd one in totality that they're carrying. That's like 4 Tychuses, because they have a Tychus. Spear out from Chess will not connect. Joanna pulls in a lot of the enemy members, but there's no friendly side from Phoenix Rising to really capitalize on that big condemn. There's going to be one of the fortification camps already coming out. I feel like you could just like put them around and body block the enemy team out with just all the little turrets that you could place on the side of gillyShark. But for now, gillyShark rises with 30-some% on this Triglaw Protector. 53 remains in holding, or at least 53 will be held by the side of Phoenix Rising Zircon, as the Deathwing has those Skyfold meteorites that you're seeing right there for a couple seconds. Deathwing did go up to get all of that armor plating back. I believe there's a few more seconds before Deathwing can drop down. And 10 talent tiers closer for the side of gillyShark. You can actually see Stark on that Tychus in the top lane. Going to be getting an extra wave. Veggies comes up here as well just to burn things down. I wonder, is this going to be gillyShark giving over the first objective, or just trying to catch that extra wave to push themselves into the 10 talent tier? I think it's actually going to be exactly that. Durrell harassing Stark, but that was really about it. And Zergi is actually living on this point, so if there is going to be that 99, they were already there. Sonya with the big spear, but the Iron Skin was used. Chest Looter really not going to get any extra value from that, so they back off. I do want to point out, Greymane did go into the Wizened Duelist at level 7, so I believe that's just consecutive auto attacks in human form increase your damage in Worgen form, so it's really, really cool right there. Oh, and also Worgen form builds those stacks as well. Sorry, that was the one thing I was like, is it only human? It's Worgen and human. Ooh, a lot of damage going out onto Wono, who's trying to get away. Golden has the Goomba Stomp, and I was making the joke during the draft, but that's exactly it. Veggies will be able to get the Bellowing Roar. There's going to be a lot of damage cooking some of these members. Chest Looter finds the leap away and is trying to spin away from Golden. We're doing our best to show you everything here. Chest Looter's able to get away. Thank you, Kage, for jumping around. gillySharks will be able to grab themselves the Triglav Protector Storm. There was a bit of damage back. Veggies almost gets the Molten Flame kill into that Jaina bottom lane, but here's the thing. Triglav Protector, I feel like, is going to have a bit of free reign through this top lane. Usually there's so many members of the enemy team defending against this, but Greymane Jaina just now coming back from the Hall of Storms. You have a Stukov that hits for what? What are we hitting for, Stukov? 387 in auto, and that's 387 every fortnight, essentially. Not the video game, that's 2 weeks. It's a term. Fortnite is 2 weeks. I had one professor in college who was very, very proud when he got to use that term, because we had like a week off. He's like, I'll see you in a fortnight. He was like all giddy about it. I'm like, all right. You're a good professor. Anyways, Triglav Protector will get the value that it's expected out of in this first objective phase, which is the well. The well in the front gate is taken down, and now they poke onto this mid lane, just continuing to open things up as the map progresses. Now, this is pretty much the standard way we see Triglav Protectors being played. During CCL had its own meta, which was focus bottom lane. Everyone took the Triglav Protector into bottom lane because you're kind of prepping for control point C, because that one is the really, really skilled out one. If you can walk that one into a keep, maybe into a core, it's a big deal. Now, here's the thing. For anyone who's excited for Season 2 of CCL, as much as I am, you would know that there is no Volskaya Foundry in that. I believe Volskaya Foundry was removed and replaced with Alterac Pass. So we are going to be, we won't be seeing the Triglav Protector anymore, and I guess there won't be any more of this just Triglav Protector walking around doing nothing sort of deal. Then our Wisp going to be able to scout out quite a bit. I can actually show you all with vision here. Let me show you really quickly. I can actually jump onto the gillyShark vision how much that's showing. This radius right here is that range. Like, it is massive. There we go. We can actually zoom out a little bit further. Like, Yrel is seen because of that Wisp. It's absolutely insane. But as we continue back into this, I didn't look at when the Triglav Protector went down, but I would expect somewhere in the 10 minute, 30 maybe, 11 minute into the game, we should be seeing that control point C, or control point B. Up until then, it's going to be the rush, in a sense, for level 16, or at least to get as close to as possible to that. Maybe I was wrong on that. Maybe it's more closer to, like, 9 minute 30 or something. We'll have to see. Either way, I do want to note here, Jaina at 4,500 out of the 15,000 necessary for the Ice Block. The level 1 was already finished out, and that's actually all the questing. Oh, no, we do have Wizened Duelist at 6 stacks right there. High five for the Lucio. I know I'm 3-4 levels behind on this one, but realistically, I mentioned it in draft and it was kind of expected. It's Zergi playing the Lucio, and just high five has been kind of coming back into the meta ever since the level 20 upgrades, as well as I believe there were some 10 talent tier changes where Lucio gets some healing as well, and that kind of helps out a little bit, because if you're diving in and you're only healing the target, I mean, Brightwing has that, but like, Zerufko, oh, big high five to deny the Blessed Shield value. Huge Cataclysm out from Veggies, but no follow-up is available. Curse Bullet does go out, and you can see the chunk of value into Veggies' health pool. Veggies was full health, and that is how much that Curse Bullet's going to be doing. I believe it is, did it actually get taken down to 35% again? It did. It was like 40, then it was 50, then it's 35 again. I always forget because they constantly swap it back and forth. I think between 35 and 40%. Storm is going to step out into Veggies, but it's going to be one of those situations where I think both teams are just kind of poking at each other. 16 talent tier a ways away for both sides. Golden looking to step in. Stark has some sustained damage on this Tychus. Biotic Emitter is up and available. Golden getting chunked right now. Good grenade over the wall to connect, but it won't be enough for the kill. Control point B opens up here in 20 seconds on the top of the map. Let's see what happens here if the members of gillyShark can grab the second one of the game, or will this be the first one for the side of Phoenix Rising? Let's see here. I thought the Biotic Emitter was being contested, and I was like, wait a minute, we have 30 seconds on that still. No. Just a lot of members just hanging around waiting to see if they can maybe find a fight and a pick to just close this experience gap that is kind of formed. It's 1 to 2 in kills, but I think gillyShark has played a little bit of the macro, but they also have some of the Triglav Protector value that kind of pulled in some early game experience. Both teams going to be, actually, excuse me, not both teams. I was going to say both members. A lot of members of Phoenix Rising, there we go, are going to be grabbing these fortification camps while gillyShark looks to take down the fort through top lane. Storm, it's had to kind of spread those fortification camps between everybody. Does my tab show? No, it doesn't. But double biotic emitter and fortification camp for the side of gillyShark. I think we have like triple fortification camp for the side of Phoenix Rising, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But the other thing to note, too, is no 16 talent tier. And without that 16 talent tier, I think we can even see it right now. Phoenix Rising doesn't want to step on this point. Now that they have it, Yrel just has to make the quick rotation. You can see on the minimap they were using that conveyor belt to jump into this. Wono is trying to dive on Lee. Big leap from the Sonya onto the Stukov. Veggie's getting very low. Bellowing Roar will force back Golden. Ardent Defender to be used. Golden looking to chase in onto the Deathwing, but it's not going to be enough. Golden getting very low, but Stark will be traded out 1 for 1. This is a lot of damage from the Deathwing. That conflagration value will be coming in from that 16 talent tier, but meanwhile, Greymane split the Lunar and found the kill there. Golden trying to make something happen here. Psycho is trying to just help out with this. This is absolutely insane. 89% on the control point for the side of gillyShark, 0% for the side of Phoenix Rising. With 2 deaths on the side of gillyShark and 6 seconds on that Stukov, it looks like our red team will hold control over control point B. But for how long? gillyShark's got 14 seconds on that Lunara. The death, not the death timers, but the control point percent is gonna. There's no way it's gonna be near 100. Maybe by the time Lunara rotates in, Chest Leader gonna grab 1 more wave in bottom, try and pressure that up. Mid lane is pushed up a little bit as well. gillyShark now. Ooh, Veggie's taking a lot of damage right there. Maybe trying to pull Curse Bullet out of the Greymane. Not 100% sure on that. Legacy though will eat a bit of damage. He's able to back off. Okay, so I'm just skimming through talents right now as well. Wizened Duelist at 10 stacks. Jaina does have her level 1, as we noted, finished out, but the baseline, roughly 3,000 damage away from finishing that out. Zergy on point. gillyShark has control over this. Commandeer Odin will come out from Stark. Legacy, the only one who's a little bit low, but should be able to get some healing out from Mai on that Stukov easy enough. Stark trying to step in over here. Will be getting the high five from the Lucio to try and back off. Veggie's trying to burninate, but none of the members of the enemy side are stepping into that. Legacy getting caught by the Earth Shatter. Leaping strikes coming out from Lunara. A lot of damage on the Stark. Big Cataclysm across the enemy team. Psycho very low on this Greymane. Doesn't go down just yet, but that will be a kill onto the Jaina. There's the kill onto the Joanna. There's the kill onto the Greymane. A 1 for 3 for gillyShark, but can they make it more? This is a lot of damage onto Golden. Ardent Defender is used. Going to jump back into the enemy team. Triglav Protector was grabbed by gillyShark. Maya is going to get chased by the Lunara and the Lucio, and that'll be a overall quad kill for the side of gillyShark and the Triglav Protector, looking to confirm the mid lane fort, and then should move in to open up bottom lane further for themselves. So far, really good back and forth from both sides. I honest to God, if you took away names, if you took away game number 1, and we were just watching this, like, if we were just sitting here watching this, like, just like, ooh, I wonder who's gonna win, I have no idea. I would not lean one way or the other. The team fights have been very back and forth. Granted, gillyShark has gotten both the objective phases, but that doesn't mean it's GG easy. We literally saw in the previous game, gillyShark up ahead, grabbing all of the Punishers, and one big late game team fight with long death timers was the demise of gillyShark in that game to 1. I'm sure they're going to take that knowledge with them into this game. We'll see how that changes things. Triglav Protector, 30-some% left. Everyone on the opposing side up and available, but gillyShark a hair away, maybe a little bit more, 2 hairs away from this 20 talent tier, and I think they're going to respect the enemy team right here. 20 seconds still on the Triglav Protector. Veggie's going to get hit with that Curse Bullet. A little bit of a Rocket Glove coming backwards. Some gunner damage to poke out the enemy team, as well as that laser as well, and I think this is gillyShark looking to just play this in the smart, and I would say safe fashion. This is definitely them playing safe and making sure that they're not going to overextend, not going to lose the Triglav Protector through bottom, and then get collapsed in by the enemy team. Because that's literally what happened in the last game. gillyShark played a Punisher so aggressive, pushed up through that mid, pushed up through that top, and as gillyShark was trying to disengage, Hanzo got that huge arrow. Saphir Smash connected onto so many members, and it was a big turnaround in favor for the side of Phoenix Rising. But with 20 talent tier, big red button, a lot of damage, high 5 upgrade as well. What is the name for the high 5 upgrade? Is it 2-5? Mixing Fire. 2-5, okay, alright. They're going to go for the keep on the side of gillyShark. Big Blessed Shield, and this is what I'm talking about. Lunara, Leaping Strikes on the Legacy. He's going to be able to back off right now. Big leap from the Sonya, looking to get onto the Jane and finds the kill. Big red button comes out from Stark, and now look at this gillyShark chasing in, finding some extra kills onto the Joanna. Big Cataclysm, big red button. This keep needs to go down because gillyShark, look at their posturing. They want to end game. Ardent Defender will be used. Bellowing Roar does force Golden over to the side. Big Righteous Hammer will do a little bit, but with 3 kills, gillyShark moves to core, and they want to confirm this game number 2 and take us to a game 3, saying the game 1, bit of a fluke. It's okay. Psycho trying to dive onto Stark does end up going down. Big lurking arm from Stukov, not going to be big enough. All 5 members of the side of Phoenix Rising go down, and ladies and gentlemen, we have an even series on our hands. We go to a game number 3. It ain't over just yet. Lunara on top of the core. GG. Well played. Bahamut show feed. Bahamut, Tilted Sister, I don't know. Give me bits? I don't know. Give me subs? Is that what I'm supposed to say back? I don't know. Our coach on gillyShark, our fellow Phoenix Rising peeps on Zircon. I do not know who to root for. Everybody. Root for everybody. All right, with that confirmed, let's pay you all out. Who wins? Gonna be the blue team. There you go. Game 3. Beat picks? No, you gotta, that's my only knees. Okay. I was just about to message Storm, but they told me they want something. And we're going to get into game 3 in just a second. All right, lobby invite has already come out to me, so let me go ahead and get us out of here so we don't give that information away. Ooh, okay. Interesting map choice. Map choice. Map choice. Not Braxis. It was banned out. Tilted Sister, thank you for the 1 bit. Thanks for the bit. Very much appreciated. Ah, thank you for the 2nd bit. Thank you. Is this? That's gonna be our next map, and it's gonna be chosen by them. So it's this one. Yeah, cool. Alrighty. All right, I'm going to run to the bathroom really, really quickly. I've had a lot of liquids today, and we've been streaming for nearly 5 hours. So I need to stretch my legs, run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're about to get into our final game. But then we have Hades. All right, I'm back. Bigfoot photo, though? There you go. Did you get what you wanted? Imagining Volskaya Foundry in less than 30 minutes? I know, crazy, right? What a crazy concept. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us. This is going to be the last casted game So this will be our final Here's the Storm game for the evening, but we're going to get into a Hades run or two after this. Not sure how many Hades runs. I do have to eat dinner at some point. I haven't eaten since like noon. So food's kind of good sometimes. We'll have to see. Either way, thanks for hanging out, everyone. I do appreciate the support this evening. And we are 27 subs away from March Baja Ross. So thanks for the support. Thanks for hanging out. Caster ready. Spooky Worm. Whew. I hope you'll stick around for the Hades stuff. If you've never played the game or if you don't know anything, you're free to ask questions and hang out and all that kind of stuff. And I'll do my best to explain concepts. I really enjoy the game. It's just so much fun. It's just a good time. Hades, 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10? I'd give it 10. I'd give it 10. No, you're no, stop it, Kai. Thank you. 8 Saren, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Yeah, like, I would say my top games, honestly, were Doom Eternal. I liked Final Fantasy VII Remake. I really enjoy Hades. I still put Here's the Storm in there. And it didn't come out in the year that I played it, but I already played it a ton, or I watched it a ton, but Resident Evil 7, I finally played it last year, and I actually got to play it, and I really, really loved that game. I've watched so many speedruns, I've watched so many playthroughs of that game, but I finally played it myself, and I'm so in love with that series, like, and I can't wait for The Village. When The Village comes out, we are going to literally just stream that all day. I'm going to order a giant pizza, and we're just going to stream that until it's either done, or I am too tired to keep streaming. We're just waiting for the confirmation from one of the teams to get going into our final game, and we'll see. I'm just making sure that everything on my end is all set. Yep, we're good to go. So we'll just wait for that ready. What you doing, Bandit? You're hobbling around. Getting a little bored? Oh boy. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to get into it. Let's do the full intro. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your caster, Bahamut. We find ourselves here in our final game of the evening for our Heroes of the Storm action this afternoon. We're going to be going with gillyShark versus Phoenix Rising Zircon on Tomb of the Spider Queen. If you're sitting at home wondering how we got here, I got you covered, my friends. The home team this evening will be gillyShark. They won the coin flip, opting for map pick priority for Game 1. Dragonshire and Alterac banned out by them. Phoenix Rising Zircon is going to be banning out Cursed Hollow and Brax's Holdout. Infernal Shrines is the first map chosen by gillyShark and lost by them. As a losing team, they can either opt for first pick or map pick. gillyShark opted for first pick for Game 2. Volskaya Foundry was the map choice of Phoenix Rising, and Phoenix Rising lost that map. Now we head into Game 3, Phoenix Rising choosing to take first pick as the losing team, and gillyShark choosing to take us to Tomb of the Spider Queen to wrap up this best of 3. Let's get back into the draft and see what we have so far. Hogger is not banned out, so the members of Phoenix Rising are trying to force the Hogger ban. Does Bandit think the teams who draft Tychus wins the game? Probably. Bring it. No, oh my, okay, Tilted says, okay, Tilted. Okay, all right, let's see. So if Hogger's grabbed by the side of Phoenix Rising, okay, this is what I was wondering. I was like, does Tychus go over to the side of gillyShark? No. So it's going to be a quick Joanna for the side of gillyShark, and a Malthiel for the solo lane. So main tank Bruiser doesn't show much, if anything, of the draft from gillyShark. Tychus doesn't show much of the draft on the right-hand side either. What are we going to be seeing here? Do we get another Ragnaros? Do we get what? Did Legacy's played Joanna in both of the games as well. So there's going to be a Sonya from the side of Phoenix Rising. Are you going to grab your main tank? Are you going to grab the healer? What's the game plan? It's going to be the Ana here. Oh, this is Cho'Gall. This is Cho'Gall. Phoenix Rising is going to Cho'Gall here. It's perfect. kind of perfect, honestly. Hey, Vito, what's up, bud? Good to see you, my friend. And before Juice Paul. Oh, almost. Let's start we're gonna start the prediction now. So that way I can get the team names actually in it this time. But we're gonna do a little bit of a longer one because there is a delay on stream, so it makes things a little difficult. So we'll do 2 minutes on this, and I'll start it in just a moment for everybody. We'll wait for the next 2 gillyShark picks to come through, and I think that should work out. Ah, no, because there's 30-second delay. I hate delays. Dibbles incoming? Yeah. It's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. All right, let's see. The 2 picks from gillyShark, it's going to be Wave Clear. Okay. Interesting. gillyShark just has Wave Clear. I mean, they have a team fight, but they have Wave Clear. I mean, like, Joanna, Malthael, Nazebo, Zool. That's so much just constant siege potential and pressure, but is there enough for a team fight from gillyShark? That's the question we have to ask ourselves, I do believe. As we have 2 more picks for the right-hand side, Phoenix Rising, gonna be going to the Orphea and a Blaze. Okay, so main tank Blaze, mana boosted Orphea. Will it be enough for this insane siege composition, per se, by the side of gillyShark? Is Kage no? Maybe. Oh, predictions. God dang it, Bahamut. I'm sitting here just like, Oh, right, yeah, the thing. All right, that's all done. It's gonna be Anduin. But Kaimo Tripson's not here, so we can't get Kaimo cleanses. It's an awkward grab. Anduin's not bad to round things out. You do have Light Bomb potential. Falling Sword, Light Bomb, maybe? We actually could be seeing Holy Word Salvation, but there's Tychus Grenade Interrupt. Now, there's too many interrupts for Holy Word Salvation. Also, it's not that great of a talent. I did not mention the Samuro ban, but that's a little surprising. I'm not going to lie. All right, back to Bandit Knife for the in-between. Well, get your predictions in, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the final Here's the Storm game, but we do have Hades after this. And I think we're just going to leave the delay on. We're not going to restart stream for the 3rd time today. 2nd time today. That'll be fun. We'll do a couple of those runs. And then I have to go eat dinner because it's just about 7. All right, let's see. We'll get our load in here. And let's go ahead and get on into our final game of the evening. Does anyone go for Harrison Jones gem? Of course not. No one cares. No one cares about the Harrison Jones gem. Rude. The rudeness! Let's get into this. On the left-hand side, we got the gillySharks. We have Wono on the Anduin, Veggies on the Joanna, Chess Leader on the Nazebo, Zergy on the Malthael, and Stark on the Zool. For the right-hand side, we have the members of Phoenix Rising Zircon. We're going to be seeing Legacy on the Blaze. We have got Storm on the Tychus, Maya on the, I believe it's going to be Ana, excuse me. Psycho's going to be on the, they're all on top of each other, Orphea, and we have Golden on that Sonya rotating into bottom lane already. Checking out our mid lane and our first engagement. Does anyone really step into each other? Doesn't look like it just now. Also to note, Things of the Deep for the Nazebo. So increased spell power after, so you get 5% at 50 stacks, and you get 10% increase at 100 stacks, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, so five for each. And on a map like this is really this is a great way to stack your Nazebo very quickly. The rule of thumb is you technically want to do 10 stacks per level. That way you have a little bit of a buffer room when you get to that level 20 area. The early stacks are always going to be a little bit slower, but we'll keep our eye on those as the game does progress, and we'll keep you up to date on those. And hey, so far 10 stacks already in the bank, and we're not even level 2 yet. 3 stacks for the for Legacy, as well as he's going to be going into the new habits at level 1, so there's going to be that self-cleanse once they get 15 of those regeneration globes. So denial of regeneration globes could be big for gillyShark. I doubt that they really try and force that too much outside of maybe the obvious one that they can kind of body block around. Zergy going to be checking out the Siege Giants, making sure no one's sneaking off to those, because Sonya is missing on the minimap. She's actually grabbing the Bruiser Camp on the right-hand side. Should be able to handle this on her own. Does she have spin? Yeah, she should have a spin in a second, and then she'll be able to bring her health pool back up, as I'm actually watching that on the little counter on the top right. Malthael dives onto the Tychus a little bit in bottom lane. Just trying to put some pressure onto Storm, and Storm is able to kind of reciprocate in that manner. Sleep Dart connects onto just Anduin. I thought it actually was on Stark, but they were mounting still. 4 talent here will be rolling through in just a second, and I gotta say, these Nazeebo stacks really on point so far. The other thing to note, too, is overall control of the map seems pretty good from Phoenix Rising going into a team that is so wave clear heavy. This mid lane I'm interested to see. Like, how quickly is that camp cleared out by the side of gillyShark? Zul did actually... Oh, Zul, are you getting caught out? Stark, you okay? Actually going to be able to get out of there just fine. There was so much chasing onto them on the minimap, and I was like, there's a lot of red tokens over 1 blue token. That does not usually look good. But Stark able to survive. Are we full blue build? No, we're not actually. We're going to be having the level 4 jailers. Bone Prison spawns 2 skeletal warriors. These cannot count. Do not count towards the risen skeleton. Reward while fixing an enemy skeletal warriors gain 25 movement speed and attack speed. So a lot of really good single target damage with that. Hey, that's just kind of annoying. You throw that on the Ana, and she can actually kind of get chunked. Even the Orphea, like anyone like Orphea, Ana, those are really good targets for it. Even Tychus, actually, who is going to be... I just realized this is like the exhibit composition, chat. Yo, bro, I heard you like walls, so we got you walls for inside your walls. And for anyone that doesn't get what I'm getting at, basically Zul Bone Prison, and then you have Nazeebo Zombie Wall. My brain right now. I'm sitting here blanking, just like, or blinking, like, okay. Like, it's like, cool. All right. Ana has, like, maybe smelling salts or something. Get you out of, I think, does it get you out of the, does it get you out of Roots? Would it get you out of Bone Prison? I'm blanking. I think it does. I think it's Roots, stuns, and slows? Or is it just stuns and slows? Either way, we'll see when that talent tier does come around. But like, it's basically like if you drop one wall from something, there's a second wall around you. So it's like, for example, like Commandeer Odin could technically mitigate the Zul route, but then you still have a Nazeebo Zombie wall around you. All right, this is ridiculous. This is stupid. If that is the intention of this draft, boy, is that annoying to deal with. But first Webweaver phase will be in favor for the side of Phoenix Rising. I mean, as always, you can always just say, don't get walled forehead. Easy enough. We call it Zombie Wall plus Bone Prison and the double insulated mug. Oh, we call Zombie Wall plus Bone Prison the double insulated mug. I actually love that. We just call it the Yeti. Smelling salts only does stuns. Thank you so much. That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, I know I'm wrong in this. Thank you, chat. Thank you, the dude. No, there's stuns, and then there's a slow. Smelling salts only does stuns. Okay, yeah. Cool. Thank you. I didn't think it did roots. That seemed wrong as I said it, but either way. Thank you for confirming. Stark gonna take a bit of damage here. Webweavers are about to end. I'll be honest. I mean, I looked away for a little bit, so I wasn't fully paying attention to exactly this Webweaver phase. But I would say I was expecting gillyShark to clean this out a little bit faster. I wonder if it's because they're literally taking these fights. Sokophile is gonna be inside the zombie wall, and that zombie wall is gonna go for the uproot. What? The dead rush? The insulated mug is dead. The insulated mug uninsulated itself. All right, well, I still like that idea, though. I still like that. I mean, here's the thing. Dead Rush does still give you damage. Zombie Wall deals 100% more damage when it expires up to 5 of zombies remaining uproot and attack the nearby enemies for 3 seconds. Golden is going to double back. Stark, do you have a grenade for over the wall? Nope, I read this wrong. I'm remembering last game. Storm's on the Tychus this game. The Tyrael, excuse me, oh my god. The Malthael's gonna go down right there. Let's cycle through the other numbers. Let's get an idea of what those look like. Let's stop talking about talents, as I apparently have no idea. But, I wasn't expecting that. Sorry, my brain was like, oh yeah, Tychus, grenade over the wall. That Orphea, I believe, will just go down, but not the case. Blue team, so gillyShark will be able to get their first Webweaver of the game, so this is second overall on the map, first for gillyShark. Sonya's still spitting on this camp, and if we actually jumped over to gillyShark Vision, they would actually see that this camp is still up and available. With that on the minimap and all the other camps disappearing, that's a telltale sign to gillyShark that, okay, there's a camp through mid that's about to be grabbed, so we know that there's that extra pressure coming through against us, or I guess defense against us through this mid lane. I'm just watching minimap and looking around just to see what the setup looks like right now. Mid lane gets cleared out super quickly by the side of Phoenix Rising, and I wonder if gillyShark is fine with that, being able to maybe siege in harder through top lane, because that is a big win condition for a lot of teams. Skeleton Mages do come out. Jet Propulsion into those Skeleton Mages from Legacy. For anyone that doesn't know, the Skeleton Mages do have health. You can kill them. And just healing from Ana from a distance, this Webweaver phase feels fairly mitigated. Got the front gate of the top lane fort. Maybe a little bit of damage into bottom as well. It's... Ooh, actually, if they can find a root onto Sonya, she spears back in. Ballsy. Yeah, I would have just been sitting there, just been screaming and panicking into voice comms. Dropped the mug. Exactly, yes, he dropped the mug. Ravenous Spirit for the Nazebo, so big slappy ghost, if I forget the name. Crushing Jaws for the Orphea to note. Everything else pretty much standard across the board, yeah. Zul could go into Poison Nova, but the Skeletal Mages offer a little bit more control. That slow is an opportunity for gillyShark to really chase in. You know, Ravenous Spirit value can come in there. Malthael has the opportunity to chase faster into the enemy team, if mounted as well, because Malthael has that on a pale horse. And Malthael moves at 150 movement speed rather than 130, correct? An additional 20 movement, yeah. And your movement speed baseline is 130, so moving at 150, not too bad in rotations or even just being able to chase onto someone. Looks like, though, it's going to be back-to-back Webweaver phase for the side of gillyShark. Golden is able to get the fort through bottom lane. Zergy not able to get here in time, but will Veggies and friends be able to punish Golden? Golden tries to go for the spear onto Veggies. It doesn't work out. Last Rites will be applied. Is there enough damage to find the kill into Golden? It is going to be there. The Last Rites will not get the actual stack. Crushing Jaws crush the Malthael as Maya's getting dove on in the backline by Stark. Big backlash damage potential from Stark, trying to focus in onto one of these members. Big jet propulsion from Legacy as well. He'll find the kill onto the Joanna. There's going to be a zombie wall around this Blaze, and you saw the dead rush value coming out. Legacy with 33 gems. Stark wants to find the kill, and Legacy gets rooted. Chest Looter gets some. That's the zombie wall. There's so much damage. Here's the thing, though. Storm should be able to get those gems. That's the big. Oh wait, the ping. No one's getting the gems. The gems. That was like 33 gems that went down. Oh, and I think Storm was like, I have 35, bud. I can't. Or did Storm pick up the majority of them? Now I'm unsure. Now I'm unsure. Either way, I can't even look at my own stream because it's too small. Someone in chat will correct me. That's usually the case. Top lane fort goes down. Mid lane fort survives, but gillyShark can quickly rotate and take that down since the bottom lane Webweaver is pulling the attention of Phoenix Rising Zircon. Granted, it's not the longest rotation into mid, but no, I guess gillyShark is actually going to go for the chase once again onto Golden. Fortunately, Stark got dismounted from the minion waves, so not going to be able to mount chase the Sonya for the potential zombie wall. Also to note, the stacks for the Nazebo, 145, above the expected range. So at this pacing, they only need 30 more minions, so 10 waves for the... No, sorry, I'm thinking of gems. Less than 10 waves. So it's 7 times whatever, 35, 5 waves or so? Yeah, about 5 waves. It'll be more than enough in 5 waves. There we go. Anyways, 4th Webweaver phase of the game will come out, and it is going to be for the side of Phoenix Rising. What siege value can they bring? Bottom lane's fairly pushed back. Orphea doing her best to get those chomps out to be able to force back the members of gillyShark. Legacy stepping very far forward into gillyShark, who gets a big jet propulsion. Gonna be having the self-unstoppable Crushing Jaws will connect onto Chest Looter. Oh my god, the damage into the side of Phoenix Rising, but gillyShark taking so much themselves from the Commandeer Odin and then so much more. It's just absolutely insane. But Orphea for Malthael, 1 for 1. I actually thought that this was going to be a big turnaround for the side of Phoenix Rising, but gillyShark is just gonna get great healing out from Wono on that Anduin with those Divine Stars. Wow. An explosive mid lane that yielded nothing really for the side of Phoenix Rising. Fort still stands, bottom lane just now approaching, and Webweavers, as of note, do slowly lose health over time, so the bottom lane, it's going to approach into Veggies with easy clear. Like, Joanna's not the fastest clear, but I would say out of all the tanks, like baseline, she clears fairly okay on her own, so not too bad. Both teams sitting around 48, 42 gems in the pocket, none turned in, and both teams needing 60 in total for a turn-in. That would give them their third on each side, the 6th of the game? Yeah. Nope, 5th of the game. Caster math. But it's a few more rotations for gillyShark, a few extra on top of that for the side of Phoenix Rising. I think it makes a oops, sorry. Purifying Darts removes roots and slows. Ah, so there is going to be something like that. Okay. I thought Smelling Salts was the only way to deal with, like, I just didn't know. I don't know Anna's kit well enough to know that this exists. So, okay, so there is going to be the Healing Dart to get rid of the roots and the slows. Got it. Simon, thanks for hanging out. Love you very much, my friend. All right, back in the game. Nazebo did go down and is down for the next few seconds. 165 stacks onto them, so only needing 10 more once they hit 20. So they need to get 10 stacks in 4 levels. Those are the Nazebos that I wish I had in my Storm League games. Usually it's like, God, you need 100 more stacks in like 2 levels. Is usually what my Nazebos are like. I wonder if gillyShark knows that the boss is being taken, so they're going for the turn-in. Golden is going to try and interrupt, but this could be really, really risky. There's nothing to help out Golden here. The team has to rotate fairly far. Luckily, Golden played this really smart, and that will be the stall for the turn-in on the side of gillyShark. And that stall also means that the boss was able to get into this keep front gate area. I like the way that Phoenix Rising played that poke. Golden, I was nervous for you, but smart moves from the Sonya. Didn't even I think they might have hopped Wrath of Berserker during all of that. Boss already down to below 50%. Crushing Jaws will not connect because there was the self-cleanse onto Zergy with the inevitable end from level 13. Bless Shield from Veggies does go out, but no follow-up. More or less a zoning Bless Shield to force back anyone trying to step up on the side of Phoenix Rising. Quickly look really quickly. Yeah, it's inevitable end. Okay. Sonya will be splitting off once again to go ahead and grab themselves the Bruiser Camp for the mid lane. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers once again, get an idea of what those look like, because it's been a little bit of time since we've taken a peek at those. The turn-in slowly happening for the side of Phoenix Rising. They actually need 1 minion here. They need 1 minion from mid lane or bottom. You can see Tychus is already burning through that storm, wants that 1 gem to be able to get the turn-in. And waves are kind of forward for the side of Phoenix Rising. There could be the opportunity for the camp plus a Webweaver to really get some siege value for the side of Phoenix Rising. But look at this. This will be the Webweaver phase channeled, and if gillyShark doesn't get this camp quick enough, okay, they will be able to get it. I was going to say the enemy team would scout that out. Legacy gets the jet propulsion and doesn't find anyone on the opposing side. Doesn't look like Zergy continues to pressure onto said Blaze, but the 5th Webweaver phase of the game. 3rd one for the side of Phoenix Rising will be spawning here, and this is going to be fairly far down this mid lane. Looking at our heroics, gillyShark has everything off a cooldown. Commandeer Odin is 15 or so seconds away for the side of Phoenix Rising. Will Phoenix Rising be able to get more than just the keep front gate? There's a lot of waves pressed up fairly far for Phoenix Rising as well. Like, this is looking pretty good for them siege-wise and setup-wise. Bless Shield goes out. Veggies trying to make a play from the side over here. Just not enough damage exists to step up with them. So it's a 60-second cooldown. Bless Shield kind of poking at the enemy team a wee bit. Clear will come out from the side of gillyShark. And the other thing to note, too, is we didn't discuss this whatsoever. There's a lot of momentum for the side of Phoenix Rising Zircon to end before 20. The Nazebo damage doesn't mean GG, well played, we win the game, but the Nazebo damage is going to be, wow, this hurts, my team feels ouchy. Lacerites will connect onto Golden and find, actually that'll be the 2nd stack for the Malthael. I thought that was their first, but might have gotten one a little bit earlier. And here, this is Webweaver phase. It's not getting these keeps, but does get some decent damage on them as Zergy quickly moves into top lane. It gets the clear onto that Webweaver, losing their well. Here's the thing, gillyShark has turn-in potential themselves, not back-to-back by any means. 2 minutes on the boss, so a little bit less than that. I would expect that Phoenix Rising Zircon is going to be hanging around these turn-in points, making sure the turn-in denial does happen. But Stark, 30-some gems right now, does throw one of those spectral scythes out to get some vision. And that's easy, quick turn-in for the gillySharks. Now, here's the thing. The Webweavers descend as far down the lane as your minion wave is. Or, excuse me, as far up as the enemy minion wave. So this mid lane will be crashing just about at this gate. Top lane, very far up in that lane. Bottom lane, a little far back as well. And the one thing I want to kind of harp on here is the Webweavers lose health over time. So them descending further back is not the worst thing in the world, but it does slow down the siege and kind of weakens them a wee bit. As Legacy and Storm will be able to clear things out in mid. Bottom is going to be Siege Giants doing a lot of the heavy lifting. gillyShark rotating in, and this feels more defensive than anything else. This doesn't feel like gillyShark will get much value outside of maybe top lane pressuring a keep front gate. I don't even think that's going to... Ooh, wait, hold on. Flank, big flank coming out, but this is very telegraphed through the minion wave. Veggie's anchoring for the friendly team. Big zombie wall as well. Jet Propulsion pushes through all of that. And this is disengaged from gillyShark. No 20 talent tier, but here, with all that chase happening, this top lane keep front gate is getting shredded by the massive wave. Back in bottom lane, I think gillyShark is trying to stop the backs. Actually, this is interesting choice. Sonya is going to be showing in top lane. I wonder if gillyShark tries to make a 4v5 play once Sonya shows, and you can actually see it right there. Blessed Shield will go out. I think the dash from Tychus will be just enough. Dear Lord. You're going to have the giant stun from Anduin. Can't think of the name off the top of my head for some reason. Is going to be, comes out as well, but it won't connect. Zergy Monster getting very low here, tries to dive in, does go down as well. Minion waves are really crashed up in these lanes. It's 4v4. Zebo has a lot of damage because that level 20 that was finished out, but it's not going to be enough. Malthael already back, and the reason being that level 20 talent, no one can stop death. The big thing to note, though, Malthael cannot die for the next 3 minutes in the game. If they do, they have an extended death timer. It's going to be like 80 seconds on the Malthael. This is a tense one, chat. This is a really tense one. I really don't actually know who's going to be taking this. Like, Phoenix Rising has pretty good wave clear, control, team fight, but, like, I just don't know. Like, I feel like gillyShark is still finding answers consistently for a lot of whatever Phoenix Rising throws at them. But the same can be said from Phoenix Rising. Like, they're constantly like, oh, no, we got the answer for that one. Here's the thing too. Nazebo is uncapped, so they can keep stacking these stacks. And this is a very hard engage into top lane that gillyShark does not want. Legacy is going to get caught with the Bone Prison. There is going to be a bunker available. That will be the Leap of Faith. Joanna pops the Aaron skin, has Fanaticism, is able to walk away, or I guess kind of run away at that point. So you're going to see Blessed Shield for bunker, 1-for-1 heroic. Sonya is going to be managing... She actually joined in this. I thought she was split off from the team. The other reason for this heavy aggression into gillyShark is it denies them the slow turn-in. gillyShark only needs 8 more gems. Now, granted, they need to pick up 8 more gems and then also turn in 65, but still, that availability to them is something that the members of Phoenix Rising want to really kind of pressure, and you can see that right here. Stark pops the bone armor. Big red button from Commandeer Odin constantly coming out and poking at this keep, slowly whittling it down in favor for the side of Phoenix Rising. Will gillyShark be able to step into this, find some sort of team fight? Golden's going to get hit with the Bone Prison, is going to be able to spear in, does have the level 20, I believe, Ignore Pain. You saw that for a second. Golden taking a lot of damage right now. Zergy Monster trying to get in the last rights, will find the kill onto the Sonya. Veggie's trying to back off, gets hit with the Sleep Dart. Legacy getting very low on this Blaze. There's going to be the Light Bomb onto Stark to continue to chase on. Backlash out from Stark as well, and this is looking like 1, 2, 3, 4 kills potentially for gillyShark, as actually Stark will go down. Zergy Monster did go down as well. Psycho is trying to get out of here. Iron Skin will be able to pick up those gems, and there's going to be enough damage over time. Psycho trying to live. Healing Dart from Ana will be enough. Wono and friends considering to chase in, but instead they go for the turn-in. Nazebo's siege potential could be huge here, especially through top lane keep, but keep in mind, Webweavers, as I said, descend as far as the enemy minion wave, so maybe is the play bottom? I feel like gillyShark, actually, they can't go for like a quick end. This is more or less going to be regaining map control, getting your friendly members back. This is a bit of a rough go for gillyShark, I'm not going to lie. Because that was a big win in a team fight with still a lot of work to do to be able to pressure into Phoenix Rising. Phoenix Rising just needs to kind of, you know, put pressure on the wound, make sure that everyone gets back, and they defend against this Webweaver fairly effectively. Like, I think managing bottom, then into mid will be a big factor for them. Let's see how they play this. Tychus just about to respawn right now. Commandeer Odin actually is going to be back up and available, and you can see this bottom lane Webweaver being burned through, but Chest Looter and friends running through the top lane. Can they end on the side of gillyShark? Not Zergy. I got Veggies was slowing things down in mid lane. Webweavers arrive in top. Keep is confirmed, and that's enough for gillyShark right there. Is there a quick rotate? Ooh, actually, no, it's not. Veggie's going to step back in here. Bless Shield's off cooldown. Actually, everything heroically is off cooldown, or heroic-wise is off cooldown. gillyShark stepping to core could be risky. Legacy gets hit with the Bone Prism. Jet Propulsion away. Webweaver does arrive to core. gillyShark looks like they're going to back off, not wanting to have game one. I think game one like lives in their mind, because that was very reminiscent of game one. Granted, there's no Hanzo Self-Fear Smash, but there is Jet Propulsion, Crushing Jaws, Odin damage. Yeah. This is is this gonna come down to a boss pit? By the way, 269 stacks for chess right there. Very nice. Very nice. I'm gonna pull away talents really quickly so we can see the screen a little bit better. And this is such the dance around this boss right now. Bottom lane is slowly being bottom lane's matched out. It's keep versus keep. It's a little pressed up in favor for the side of Phoenix Rising, but I don't think that means that it's instantaneously gonna be winning out for them. Oh, this is such a tense moment for both sides. We're 22 minutes in. We're nearing 23. Stark gets pulled out with the Leap of Faith. Let's actually double check. Do we have Glyph of Faith at level 20? No, it's actually going to be the... Is that Lightwell from the Anduin? No, Varian's Legacy. Sorry, Lightwell is, I believe, the level 4 talent. Basic attacks burn enemies for 206 damage over 3 seconds, and Anduin heals for 50% of the damage dealt. There you go. All right, let's see. Can they step in on the side of gillyShark into this? Actually, Veggies is a little bit late. Big Light Bomb coming out from the Joanna onto a few of these members. Coming to your Odin comes out as well. Bunker going to be saving a few. Zergy Monster trying to dive in to get some sort of value. Doesn't look like that'll be connecting. Big Slappy Ghost is clearing things up, though. Chest Litter almost finding the kill onto Legacy. Veggies has so much damage onto them. Actually pulls in the minion wave and is able to stay alive. Flash Shield from the Anduin will connect. Chest Looter considering to get the damage onto Storm. Gets the, I believe there were some spiders, but I believe that also was spread out between a lot of the enemy members. A 2-for-1 Malthael buys back in as that 20 talents here. No one can stop death. Just came off cooldown. It's 1-for-1 in a sense for deaths, but this is the members of Phoenix Rising looking to close things out. Big Blast Shield is going to be coming out from the Joanna. Condemn pulls Golden in, but there's not enough damage to confirm the kill just yet. Zergy being chunked by Golden with these slams has to get pulled away. Spear will not connect, and now the members of Phoenix Rising are looking to go core. Chest Looter trying to get some pressure in onto this Sonya. Does have their Ice Block. I do believe you can't Ice Block if you're asleep, and that'll be a kill onto Nazebo. Meanwhile, Tychus goes down, but the core falls rapidly, and gillyShark will lose out on this game number 3. Phoenix Rising will take the series in a 2-1 fashion. GG, well played. Wow. Wow. The turnaround, the turnaround, the turnaround, the turnaround, the turnaround, and the turnaround. Big game from both sides. Very well played. Let's get a... All right, shout out to our observer this evening, Kage. Thank you so much for doing the observation in this best of 3 series. Very much appreciated, my friend. You have a wonderful night, and thank you for joining me. Alrighty, I need to jump into a lobby at this point. I had to say goodbye to Kage very quick. He was in my voice channel, and he could hear me. So we're gonna wait for a player. Golden, I can, just one. I hate doing double interviews. Just give me one player, please. Very awesome set indeed. Let's choose the outcome. Who wins? It's going to be Phoenix Rising. Alrighty, let's get so I'm just going to... A very awesome set indeed, I do agree. It has some crazy odds to pay out. But at this time, we're going to be joined by Golden. Congratulations on your 2-1 victory. How are you feeling after all that?
Thank you for the congratulations. It was an uphill battle. I'll say that much. But we ended up pulling through.
Honestly, it was really, really fun to cast. So let's back things up and let's go to the first map, Infernal Shrines. gillyShark was, in that top lane. They were chasing into you. It was kind of like they were constantly pressuring you through objectives, through map. Was it just kind of that big Hanzo arrow and your Self-Fear Smash that turned things around, or was there a couple other key moments you were looking for to win out the game?
In the early game, I played really poorly, and that showed. But when it came down to the last shrine fight, they blew very important cooldowns and stuns on my team and not me, and I was able to come in from the side unpunished, and I was getting like Q reset after Q reset on multiple people, and that was really when the game kind of pulled around. Not to toot my own horn.
No,
but,
that's why we're doing the interview.
Our tank had good engages. It was easy to land the multiple sulfurous smashes on them after the the Blessed Shield into pull.
Mm-hmm.
Our Hanzo is like an amazing player. Actually, both our DPS are just really good players in general.
Yeah, no, Psycho had some amazing arrows towards the latter half of that game. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he's a very good Hanzo player. I think that's all I have for game 1.
Okay, moving into game 2, it was just constant pressure on Volskaya Foundry from gillyShark. Did you feel like you just couldn't find an entry into the team fights, or was it just like little mistakes that really kind of just kind of spiraled the game?
It was hard because both of the first 2 protector fights were extremely close.
Mm-hmm.
But what ended up happening is when they're extremely close and one team gets them, then all of a sudden a lot of pressure on the map for the team that lost it gets added up because they weren't there to get the soak, and neither was either team, but they then got the protector. So
right.
The fact that they missed the soak is no longer a factor, and that happened to us twice in a row. And then after the second time, we started getting behind in levels, which allowed them to get item priority on us,
mm-hmm.
and then that kind of snowballed the rest of the map.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, if going back to that game, is there anything that you would do differently, or is it just a lot of things that needed to be changed?
I think we made a lot of kill target calling mistakes.
Okay, I was just curious. Yeah. Not to hound you on the loss or anything, but But
no,
now let's
okay.
shift into your win. Tomb of the Spider Queen. This was the map choice of gillyShark. We had 26 minutes. The Nazebo got stacked to nearly 300.
The entire game, I was saying, okay, guys, you need to hunt the Nazebo. They don't do any damage. He's going to get stacks. He's going to be rotating. We need to catch him on rotation. We somehow win the game with him only having 2 deaths, which kind of frightened me a little bit. But that was basically our mindset going into that game, and even though we didn't punish him as much as we could have, we managed to pull the game around in really key positioning in team fights and calls.
I do want to ask you, how much spaghetti fell out of your pockets when you 1v4'd the stall for that one turn in on bottom lane? Because I was literally like, Golden, this is a bad idea. And you speared in and managed to just spin away with your team just about to reach you. Were you just sitting there oh, please let me live? Or were you just I got this?
I vaguely remember that, and my response is yes. a lot of spaghetti fell out of my pockets.
A lot of spaghetti. But they were seriously, these are such good games. It was such an amazing back and forth. I really I hope you two scrim or something in the future, because that was such a blast to cast. And you two are very, very well-matched teams. Before I let you run out of here, are there any shouts that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours.
Shout out to my team, obviously. Shout out to you for casting. Shout out to any of my friends that I linked the stream to who are actually watching. And shout out to the other team for playing well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Golden. Congratulations on your 2-1 victory up against gillyShark. I look forward to seeing you all further down in Season 11 of NGS.
Thank you. I hope you end up casting us again.
Oh, I'll have to. These were some explosive games.
Thank you. All right.
You have